Yes, it would be nice if they had a yield on the product as well. But many financial products over the years as ETFs haven't given the stock borrow fees or the dividends, and then they get forced into it by a free market where a competitor comes in and offers it. So I think it's fairly common that you see this kind of thing. Wall Street itself will actually deal with ETH itself. The RAAs and stuff.
Got it.
Right now, nobody cares about a 5% yield if you're an RAA, if the number go up 100% in the year, right? So it doesn't really matter, but competition will force it, and they'll force the regulators to allow it.
Hey guys, welcome back to Everyday Finance. In this video, Raoul Pal discusses Bitcoin and crypto. Every cryptocurrency investor is buzzing about this silly meme that has gained a lot of popularity in the crypto Twitter community. It's being hailed as a predictor of future trends, an eagerly anticipated moment that holds the promise of endless possibilities. My friend came up with the term banana zone to describe a future period of rapid expansion. In the world of finance, the cryptocurrency market is experiencing significant volatility. Prices of crypto assets are skyrocketing, and trading activities are reaching a frenzied pace. This phase of the crypto market is causing quite a stir, and absolutely insane due to the incredible opportunities that the industry offers. Although Pal has not provided a specific timeline for the banana zone, he anticipates it will commence sometime between June and August 2025 and continue until June to December 2025. Throughout this time, the well-known macro analyst and former Goldman Sachs executive predicts a significant surge in crypto asset prices based on my analysis. It is projected that the overall crypto market cap will experience significant growth, reaching at least 10 trillion next year. As a result, individual crypto assets are expected to increase by 3 times their current prices. For instance, Bitcoin is anticipated to rise from its current price of $68,000 to approximately $270,000 per coin. According to Pal, Bitcoin's prices are projected to reach $200,000 in the worst-case scenario. Additionally, Pal is extremely optimistic about Ethereum, believing it will surpass Bitcoin in performance. Furthermore, Pal expects Solana to outperform both of these leading cryptocurrencies, and lots of things Raoul Pal discusses. So please watch the video to end and share this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance. Thanks.
Well, outside of the ETF just gives them the cover to use ETH as their foundational layer for the stuff that they want to do. Because Goldman Sachs is not going to be using the ETH ETF. It wants to use ETH, as does JP Morgan's everybody else, to tokenize assets and do other stuff. What is super interesting to Wall Street is yield. Yield allows you to build products. You can do all sorts of things with yield. You can take the ETH yield and buy call options to give you upside or guaranteed products. You can create structured products. You can do lots of things. So I think that they've always been interested in ETH, and I've said this for a long time, is the ETH yield is the big game in town. Not because it's high yield, but you can do lots of financial engineering once you've got yield. They also all want to build on the technology, whether it's on a layer 2 or on ETH itself, but this is where they're going to start tokenizing a lot of assets. Nobody gets fired for using Ethereum. So,
Yes.
That's a choice. And most of these people have been building, most of the banks have been building in this space and had teams since 2015, 16, 17. So if you think of the technology they've been using, it's generally ETH. So they understand ETH. ETH is the big one. You don't get fired for it. Your board's not going to tell you off. Why did you use some random thing? But we've now got the flexibility of the layer 2s, which makes it cheaper and easier, depending what level of security they need. So look, I think it's a very, very big deal for the financial markets, much bigger than it is for retail. Yes, it would be nice if they had a yield on the product as well. But many financial products over the years as ETFs haven't given the stock borrow fees or the dividends, and then they get forced into it by a free market where a competitor comes in and offers it. So I think it's fairly common that you see this kind of thing. Wall Street itself will actually deal with ETH itself. The RAAs and stuff,
Got it.
right now, nobody cares about a 5% yield if you're an RAA, if number go up 100% in the year, right? So it doesn't really matter, but competition will force it, and they'll force the regulators to allow it. They're just not going to do it yet. Well, I think it goes to new all-time highs.
Wow, okay, that's big.
Yeah, it's a big move. That's what I think happened. That's what I think is up for grabs here. I've been following this chart for a long time. It has been, we now come into the season where this tends to outperform. It's usually when the ISM is picking up, the altcoin season starts, the liquidity season starts. The banana zone tends to be the period when ETH outperforms. So we're in that zone. It really picks up next year, but starts this year. If you go back to 2020, ETH started basing and then started outperforming from about the summer onwards and really started picking up towards the end of 2020. And then by 2021, it went ETH-tastic. It went into full banana zone. I think we'll see something similar. I also think ETH will underperform Sol. People get confused when you show them
I want to go there.
What? You don't like Sol anymore. It's like, no, I think Sol outperforms this. But I think ETH outperforms Bitcoin, and I think it's healthy for the space because it shows a deepening and broadening of the overall space, which is what we want.
President Joe Biden has vetoed a resolution that would have overridden the decision of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Commission Staff Accounting Bulletin. No. 121. The controversial decision faced immediate criticism from the cryptocurrency industry. It is disappointing that the administration chose to overrule bipartisan majorities in both houses of Congress, who acknowledged the harm caused by SSOB. The 121 Crypto Advocacy Group expressed their disappointment as well. The Blockchain Association issued a statement in a recent post, responding to Biden's concerns about the potential risks associated with opposing the proposed guidelines. This reversal of the considered judgment of SEC staff in this way risks undermining the broader authorities of the SEC regarding accounting practices. It is important to carefully consider the potential consequences of such actions. In an official letter dated May 31st, Biden responded to Congress's decision to repeal the cryptocurrency accounting guidelines. These guidelines mandated that institutions holding crypto assets record them as liabilities on their balance sheets. My administration is committed to safeguarding the interest of consumers and investors, and we will not endorse any actions that put their well-being at risk. Biden mentioned that the guidelines were originally planned to be implemented on April 11th, but faced significant opposition from both the crypto community and lawmakers. The House of Representatives voted to repeal the SEC's guidance with a margin of 228 to 1882. The bill will now be passed to the Senate, where senators echoed the House vote and elected to repeal it by a significant margin of 12. There were 60 to 38 votes. The wider crypto community has expressed their frustrations with the decision on social media, arguing that it hinders innovation and stifles the industry during a critical time. Many see this as a setback to both innovation and financial freedom. The Digital Chamber is particularly disappointed by this turn of events. In a post on May 31st, Chief Policy Officer Cody Carbone expressed his disappointment with the White House during this crucial time. It is an understatement to say that this is incredibly disappointing. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, made an addition. Let's back to the Raoul Pal interview.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of chop still. But then I think later in the year, the Sol ETH chart breaks higher. And I think it goes significantly higher again. So I do think Sol will, double or triple the performance that ETH does. And that's driven by the usage and then Firedancer. Well, last time around, ETH was all about NFTs. I don't care. Usage is usage, early stage usage. What these meme coins are is an early stage testing ground that NFTs were last time for a technology, stress testing it, and figuring out what is the true product market fit. My guess is what we're doing here is starting the social token thing that I've talked about for some time. Now, will we get there this time around? No, like NFTs last time around, we didn't fully get there. So, but what we're seeing is the start of something, which is community tokens and the ways of participating in cultural communities and benefiting if you help the community itself. So I think it's a very big thing that's happening. Like the first round of NFTs, 99.9% of it will go to zero, but you can have some fun doing it in the meantime. So I certainly don't judge it. People are very aware of the risks that they're taking in it. And I think it's just showing, if we step back, it's just showing that Solana can handle these kind of transactions at the right cost, at the right speed. And it also shows that culture can be tokenized in a way that works for the internet culture. Don't forget, you could do NFTs on Solana for virtually nothing. So don't confuse this with an end of NFTs. Somebody's going to come up with another use of having a non-fungible token, whether it's a specific artwork or something that is culturally relevant, that works in the same way as a meme coin, and you can buy them for nothing. So that it's not gone. It's just the market only has a certain amount of attention.
Okay. Do you own any meme coins, Raoul?
Yeah.
What communities have you bought into?
I am I'm 50. No, 50 is probably the wrong number. My two biggest bets that are equally weighted are WIF and Bonk, and I've been in those for a while now. And I still have some Doge because I still think Elon's going to do something with Doge over time. Do I have any other? I don't have any others. That's it. And all I do is also I just look at every chart relative to another. So I look at, Bonk versus other memes, or WIF versus other memes. The Bonk WIF chart, which I can't figure out the direction, which is why I'm both of those. I don't do the super early stuff. I don't have time. I don't have time to go into pump.com, pump.fun and figure out what's going to move.
One of the factors that led Bitcoin holders to sell their holdings above market value. The regulatory uncertainty in the United States has led to legal actions being taken against several leading exchanges and intermediaries, such as Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, KuCoin, and Robinhood. These actions have created a challenging environment for financial analysts to navigate. In addition, charges have been filed by the U.S. Department of Justice against the co-founders of Tornado Cash and the developers of Samurai Wallet for money laundering. Roger Bitcoin Jesusvere is also facing allegations of tax evasion and fraud dating back 7 years. While these events do not have a direct impact on Bitcoin, they have unfortunately tarnished the industry's reputation, making it less attractive to institutional investors. It is worth noting that this issue extends beyond the US. The Securities and Futures Commission of Hong Kong has given a deadline to cryptocurrency exchanges that have not yet registered to operate in the region. As of May 31st, only 18 exchanges have applied for a license. However, some major players like OKX, Kobe, and Gate have chosen not to apply due to the strict regulatory requirements imposed by Hong Kong, as well as ongoing legal challenges. On May 29th, U.S. Senators Elizabeth Warren and William Cassidy sent a letter to the Drug Enforcement Administration expressing concerns about the role of cryptocurrencies in the illegal drug trade. This adds to the ongoing political backlash against cryptocurrencies that Wells has noticed. Senator Warren has faced previous criticism for utilizing questionable data and engaging in discussions regarding terrorism. Considering these factors, along with the potential consequences for cryptocurrency intermediaries and the potential selling pressure resulting from the distribution of Midox coins, there is no set limit for Bitcoin, and it is uncertain if spot ETF investors will hold their positions as US debt continues to rise. Currently, the market seems to be under bearish control in the short term. If you learned something from this video, then please like this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance, and we will meet in next video. Thanks.